me just get this on full screen. But yeah, we got to Easter, and that's when it cut off.
Okay, so we were talking about Easter, and we put our own stance onto Easter by way of creating a little bit of an atmosphere and a story behind it. And as you will hear, when each song rolls into each other, they really blend really nicely. And then the next track that follows is a wonderful track that's written by Ivor Davis here in Australia. He had a band called Icehouse, who were not a progressive rock band, but probably some of the songs were progressive in their own little way. And the song is a beautifully balanced piece of music, which we used a little bit of the old Hollywood, and I won't say anything more, but there's a bit of Hollywood all the way through the album, so you'll enjoy the way that we put that together. We follow that after with a Genesis medley, which there are a few surprises in there, and I won't say anything more other than the fact that it's beautifully mixed together. Our favourite pieces are actually on there. Just those favourite moments from some of the great albums from the Peter Gabriel era. So we haven't done any from the Phil Collins era as far as vocal is concerned, more Peter Gabriel. And then following that, we go straight into one of my most favourite songs, and Sean's, the Rain song from Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Really, really nicely arranged again, and features both Ian Ritchie and Dan Burgess on sax. So you've got almost like a duet of saxes on that particular piece.
Cool.
And both Ian and Dan feature throughout the album, doing their amazing arrangements of sax and clarinet throughout the album, and didgeridoo, which is really, really nice. Following the Rain song, we've got Even in the Quietest Moments from Supertramp.
Cool.
Which I think we've done that song justice, and I'm sure that Roger Hodgson would be very proud of that. Well, as we are making it, we'd be proud that someone is out there doing this piece and doing it justice.
Yes.
We then follow that through with Can We Still Be Friends? Good Todd Rundgren song. That follows that, we have Everybody's Got to Learn Sometime. Now this particular version, and if you don't know who originally wrote that, it's the Corgis. And it was a very, very big hit here in Australia, I think some parts of England and Europe, and I'm not sure about America, how big it was over there. But the version that we've done features the lost second verse, which on the original version, as in like the version that made the charts, the first verse and the second verse were exactly the same. That's how it was.
Okay.
So we've actually thrown in the lost second verse just to give it more meaningful moments. And of course the other thing, which is really important, is that we've done a special intro to the song, which was written by Matt Williams. He plays the Urdu on that, and it's a beautiful piece alongside Dan Burgess playing the flute. So a beautiful piece. And then after that, after the Everybody's Got to Learn Sometime, just like the Genesis medley, we've got the Yes medley. And once again taking some of the best moments of some of our most favourite pieces.
Okay.
And then to finish that off, we go straight into One in Paradise from Alan Parsons, Tales of Mysteries and Imagination. And then the special bonus track is the new remix of The Way the Waters Burn.
Okay.
Now alongside this, we will have 4 special bonus tracks which are not on the album that will be available to download. Real Love from John Lennon, Sweet Little Mystery from John Martin, an alternative version of Owner of a Lonely Heart,
Okay.
a Now what was the fourth track? I'm just got to try to remember. Oh, and an alternative version of Everybody's Got to Learn Sometime, featuring Ian Ritchie on the sax side.
Excellent. Well, that's quite a list there, I have to say. Now, what is the most beneficial way for people to buy that as far as you go? How would you prefer that people buy this disc?
I would really love them to go out and buy the album, because the downloading is fantastic from a quickness point of view, I suppose. And but I think if they buy the album, they're in for an absolute treat, because Ed has done probably one of the most amazing, I suppose, arrangement of covers to identify what the songs are about, to complement what the songs are about. That's probably a better word to use. And the package will be quite unique. I mean, I'm happy really for people just to buy the tracks or buy the full album online. I don't mind. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really more about them getting involved with the way that we did with the music and feel, and the best way to hear it, honestly. If you want to hear the whole thing as a total package, you buy the album, because you won't be able to do that online. You can buy them individually, but they're not joined together, whereas if you buy the album, the whole thing is a concept, so you hear the whole thing running, and you hear it from one track to the last track. So it's very important to do that.
Well, is there? I mean, that's a great answer. But is there a way? I mean, would you prefer they go to your website or Amazon, or what are the channels in different countries that would be most beneficial to you for people to buy this?
Well, I think we're setting up. Patsy's working on that now. As far as this is why we want to coordinate this right. Once we've got where the album is going to be fully distributed. We're going to distribute ourselves, and obviously we're going to have some distribution ourselves. But I think once we coordinate it, we'll certainly get the message out there. And the best way to do this, watch the Facebook page and also watch the website. The website is really the mothership that really gives the information of releases and what's new with Unitopia. But that will be the first thing. That will be the first place to go to find out where they can get the album. And of course there will be abilities to download.
And so and the website is unitopiamusic.com, correct?
It's www.unitopiamusic.com.
And is there? And I'll ask you real quickly: a Unitopia album on the horizon a year from now, before the year's out? Anything there? I'm sure people would like to know that.
Sean and I have made an executive decision that we meet once a week. And we have about 4 hours together. We're going to do 3 of those weeks working on Turn Left. And one of the weeks working on the Hope. Because the Hope's basically, as far as a template, virtually done. All I have to do is lay down my vocals as the guide vocals, and then I can start sending out files for all of the players. And I've delayed that probably about 20 times over the last 12 months because I've been so busy doing other things. But, we've now got some sort of format to be able to work with, so that's what we'll do. We'll follow down that path, and it'll be an easy path to follow. Of course, from time to time, there will be times when Sean and I might get together twice in a week. It's all varying, but we're going to develop, we've got a very, very good concept for Turn Left, and we believe that this will be another evolution of the band, because we're obviously going to have certain things I want to mention. Drummer, Kelly, a bass player, and...
Oops. We're having a little bit of latency here, Mark. You with me? Hang on 1 second. Yep, we lost you. we're going to try and connect again here. Okay, that wraps it up for the interview with Mark Trueack, although a bit abruptly. We had some technical difficulties there, but it was winding down, and we lost the connection to Australia. So the only thing I really asked him in chat afterwards was if he was raising funds for anything at the moment, which he's not, and but there will be something forthcoming, and maybe we'll chat briefly with him then. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to tell your friends about the video, and we'll see you next week, probably with Hasse Froberg. Hasse Froberg would be the guy next. So we will talk to you then.